Hey, the Dolphins need another frontline wide receiver.
You don't say.
No, I know you know that. I'm
Yeah.
just we need another frontline, something closer to a one than what we have with our group.
Well, you're gonna have to use a first-round pick to do that.
Probably. They're not going to do that, though. I don't think they do that.
I wouldn't think so, but
Green Bay has been able to find receivers, places besides the first round and had success doing it.
yeah. But if you want one of those big horses, you're probably gonna have to pick one early. I mean,
They got a lot of areas, Woody. We talked about this yesterday. I was trying not to hit a lot of it today yet. I know some cities are already hitting the draft, the mock drafts hard, and who they should get. I already see us taking a pass rusher. I did look. They got us taking the best cover corner. All these.
Well, there's a million different options. They're just. I would assume, Joe, they're going to see who's there and just take the best available.
So first thing they have
at
to
every
do,
position.
because of this money situation, they have to look at who they want to keep. I think they'd like to keep Bradley Chubb, but it's a lot of money. And so do they have to move on from guys that are making too much money just because they got to get this thing cleaned up? They need to free up some money to get under the cap.
Mm-hmm.
They got to make some. They look at it's coming. I'm just going to warn you, Tyreek Hill's out of here. That's going to happen. And then the other one that everybody's
no
playing.
Chance he comes back.
No. And by the way, the other one. Let me give you the other one that they're playing really nice on, and I understand it because you're trying to get something for him. Is your quarterback.
Well, that's done.
But you have to play nice.
But what if Tyreek is like, what if he recovers from this injury? What if he's good to go?
What didn't you see when you saw that injury? What didn't you see that all of a sudden you make it sound like he had a little MCL tear?
So you think he's done? You don't think he'll play again?
Well, first
I know
of all,
it was a bad injury.
We owe him $1 zillion if he's coming back, and he won't be on this thing.
Okay.
This guy made it a point to bring up free agents that aren't the right fit.
There's got to be a team out there that would trade for him, I would think.
Trade for him?
Kansas City.
Again, it goes down to money, Woody. Nobody's trading for that contract. It's a lot of money for a guy that destroyed his knee. I'm not a doctor to give you all the breakdowns, but hey,
no, it was not good, not good looking.
So anyway, there's a lot of work.
Play, though, if he can't return, doesn't that get you out of the contract to some extent?
No, if he wants to come back and he can come back, but he doesn't look like himself,
Yeah.
But Jon-Eric Sullivan's going to earn his money. Let's just say cleaning up this mess. By the way, just so you know, Dolphin fans, Jon-Eric Sullivan had nothing to do with this, the new general manager. He knew, by the way, when he interviewed for the job, he knew what he was getting into, and he must have had some guarantees that they're going to allow him a little bit of time to clean up the mess that he was handed, because it is they got some tough ones. By the way, you Tua, Tyreek, Bradley Chubb, you got to make some
the whole core of the team, man.
Minka Fitzpatrick. So anyway, by the way, I'd like to have some of those guys back, but I don't know, because the money, it's like, hey, we like you, but we may have to go with somebody. These draft picks are going to be so important because they're not expensive and there's upside to them, and they're your guys that know how you want to do it. And that's the other thing. You get guys that come in here with bad work ethic or used to doing it their own way, and they're not doing it the way you want. It causes some problems on the team. They're getting guys that want to do it where they say, I love this one, but they're saying guys that love football, or guys that Parcells used to say gym rats. I'm looking for gym rats, guys that have to kick out of here every day. They don't want to leave. They're looking for those kind of guys that, oh, by the way, have a lot of talent too. Anyway,
this is a very intriguing press conference that's coming up here, man, because I assume they'll get asked individually about all these guys, and then I know they're going to get asked about the quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't know
what they're going to say.
Well, they can't say anything bad about him. They're trying to get something for him.
That's why I'm just very curious what they're going to say.
All right.
Do they say they would like him? They want him back? Maybe they say something crazy like that.
Well, they say that, and all credibility's gone.
And he'll turn on them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just for them to say, hey, we really like, we were looking at his tapes and we really like some of the things we saw. Okay.
I mean, nothing would shock me anymore at this point, but I'm very curious what they're going to say. Like, how do you dance around it and still like pretend that the guy has value?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jon-Eric Sullivan had his one-on-one, what they called in-house with Travis, and he made it pretty clear when he talked about his core guys that he'd like to have, and they're all the guys that had great seasons, played really well, the 5 or 6 guys, and he didn't mention. He mentioned we need quarterback.
Yeah, but once they find out you're willing to eat the money and move on from the guy, no one's going to trade for him.
Well, they're not saying that. They're just
that's why I'm very curious what they're going to say.
You can't show your cards. Everybody's going, come on, man. You don't expect us to just pick that. Come on. We don't mind having him as a backup. But
Perk or Bo or Omar, whoever is going to ask today, what are your thoughts on Tua and his contract?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with him?
Yeah.
And how do they answer that question?
Yeah, no.
That will be the most interesting part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you're right. They can't trash him. But,
no.
I mean, did they just say today, like, we're moving on? Did they say we like what we've seen from him? I don't know.
That's a fair question.
I have no idea what they're going to say.
I don't think they will. I think they'll try to somewhat put without going overboard.
I mean, I don't think
without going overboard.
Yeah, but how much can you bluff like these other, like, you know?
No, they know. They've all
seen it. Get up there. Well, we love him, and if the right offer comes around,
they saw the Monday Night Football game and they heard Troy Aikman, man. That's it. All right, hey, we got to go to break.
We're just waiting on the right offer.
Yeah,
we really like what he's done here, but
we're waiting for that number 1 pick to come in.
Just like that clip we played, if someone blows us away with an offer.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and low T. And man, I'll tell you what, if you get both, it is really bad. I'm talking firsthand. A couple years ago, I'd hit rock bottom. I was so tired all the time. And the one I had to pay is when I'd go home and she'd go, hey, let's go out. Not tonight. Hey, maybe tomorrow. I'm just tired. I don't know what's wrong. We'll go get another physical. And then, you got low T. You got full-blown low T. And it wasn't just low T. If I could take it in the bedroom, I had ED. Oh, my God. My sex drive was just gone. You know what? We're into a new year, and I want to share something with you. Atlantic Men's Clinic works. ED and low T hit guys as early as their late 30s, early 40s, and it only gets worse. Half the men in their 50s have it. And if you're going through it and you know you're going through it and you're trying to figure out what to do because it's kind of embarrassing for us, man. I didn't know that this is a normal process. Well, I'll tell you what, Atlantic Men's Clinic is going to knock